Oh no. Everything's breaking. Oh no. Okay, no. I think I got it working. Holy Christ. my goodness. We just love it when everything breaks just as we're about to begin. Consequences of technology, I suppose. And of my own, robotness. Alright. Let's do the thing. Hey yo, everybody. Welcome back to another Byte the Robot show. I'm your host, Byte the Robot. We're going to be reading more My Immortal today. I am honestly not ready for this. Because it has been a while since I've read the entire thing in its entirety. That was redundant. Boy, why are you redundant? Alright, well, all the same, we're going to read more today. And a lot of that is just going to be, weird. Just as I said before, though, before we begin, I'm not really going to self-censor in this one, or for any of the fics I read. They're just going to be read exactly as they are presented, so yep, there's going to be a lot of things you may not want to hear, so if that ain't for you, don't watch this. But if it is for you and you love terrible fanfic like I do, let's just do the thing. Because oh lord, I need to do the thing. And for some reason my window capture doesn't feel like it wants to be that way. Oh, there it is. I got jump scared by my own thing. You ever get jump scared by internet windows? Sometimes I do. I've been told I should install better malware protection on my central processing unit in my head, but problems for another day. Oh god. I'm sorry I yawned. Oh lord. Let me just yawn. I'll open your ear. Robot yawning ASMR, Alright. I guess we should just do the thing. We're gonna read now. Because we're going through 12 to 22. I actually like reading it off of this website because, well, to be realistic with you, it breaks it up into chunks that are manageable for me to actually get through. Hey, stop that. I'm sorry. Okay, so we're going to go through 12 to 22 today. We're just going to do the thing now. All right. My Immortal, Chapter 12. A.N. Stop F-ing. Okay, Hargrid is a pedo too. A lot of people in American schools are like that. I wanted to address the issue. How do you know Snap Aunt Christiane? Plus Hargrid isn't really in love with Ebony. That was Cedric, okay. Line of X's, 666 line of X's. I was about to slit my wrists again with the silver knife that Drago had given me in case anything happened to him. He had told me to use it valiantly against an enemy, but I knew that we must both go together. No. I thought it was... Oh, that's a different one. That's a different character that I need to do a stupid voice for. Excuse me. Alright. No! I thought it was Hargrid, but it was Vampire. He started to scream, OMFG, no! My scar hurts! And then his eyes rolled up. You could only see his red whites. Okay. The heck is happening is My Immortal. This story gives me brain rot, and it's amazing. I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna try these lines again because I don't think I actually did it right this time. Okay. Oh God, stop that. This thing keeps popping up things. All right. I'm gonna try that line again. No, I thought it was hair grid, but it was vampire. He started to scream. OMFG, my scar hurts. And then his eyes rolled up. You could only see his red whites. I stopped. How did you know? I saw it, and my scar turned back into the lightning bolt. No, I ran up closer. I thought you didn't have that scar anymore, I shouted. I do, but Diavolo changed it to a pentagram for me and I always cover it up with foundation, he said back. Anyway, my scar hurt and it turned back into the lightning bolt. Save me. Then I had a vision of what was happening to Draco. Voldemort has him bonded. Okay. Okay. Fair enough. I constantly forget that this story is dumb. I know I usually try not to laugh at these, but screw it. This is too funny. I have to laugh at points. Otherwise, I'm gonna lose my brain cells. What very few of them are actually in here. Alright. Gonna try that again. Anyway, my scar hurt and it turned back into the lightning bolt. Save me. Then I had a vision of what was happening to Draco. ... line of dots. Voldemort has him bondage. Anyway, I was in the school nurse's office now recovering from my slit wrists. Snap and Lupin and Hagrid were there too. They were going to St. Mango's after they recovered because they were pedophiles. And you can't have those fucking pervs teaching in a school with lots of hot girls. Dumbledore had constipated the Sidio camera. They took of me naked. I put up my middle finger at them. Anyway, Hagrid came to my hospital bed holding a bouquet of pink roses. Enemy, I need to tell you something. Oh wait, I need to say that properly. Excuse me. Enemy, I need to tell you something, he said in a viscerous voice, giving me the roses. Fuck off, I told him. You know I hate the color pink anyway. And I don't like fucked up preps like you, I snapped. Hagrid then... Oh my god. I'm gonna try that again. Hagrid had been mean to me before for being gothic. Okay. For being gothic. No, enemy, Hagrid says. Those are not roses. What are they? Goths to you too, poser prep? I asked because I was angry that he had brought me pink roses. I saved your life, he yelled angrily. No, you didn't, I replied. Oh wait, no, wait, that's all in that's all in captions. I saved your life, he yelled angrily. No, you didn't, I replied. You saved me from getting a Paris Hilton pee video made from your shower scene and being viewed by Snap and Lupin. Who masturbated. See, is that spelled wrong? To it, he added silently. Whatever, I yelled angrily. He pointed his wand at the pink roses. These aren't roses. He suddenly looked at them with an evil look in his eye and muttered, well, if you wanted honesty, that's all you had to say. That's not a spell, that's an MCR song, I corrected him wisely. I know, I was just warming up my vocal cords. Then he screamed, Petulus Marengo me cremisli romancio. For all you cool gothic MCR fans there, that is a tribute especially for Raven. I love you, girl. Ayamo noto okayo. Oh, good lord. And then the roses turned into a huge black flame floating in the middle of the air, and it was black. Now I knew he wasn't a prep. Okay, I believe you know. What the fuck is Draco? Hagrid rolled his eyes. I looked into the balls of flame, but I could see nothing. You see, Enobi. Oh wait, this is Dumbledore. You see, Enobi, Dumbledore said, watching the two of us watching the flame. To see what is the flames. Haha, you reviewers, flames, get it? You must find yourself first, okay? I have found myself, okay, you mean old... Oh wait, no, that's Hagrid. I'm getting all my characters jumbled up now. This is terrible. This is gonna be the scuffed read. I have found myself, okay, you mean old man? Hagrid yelled. Dumbledore looked shocked. I guess he didn't have a headache, or else he would have said something back. Hagrid stormed off back to his bed. You are a liar, Prof. Dumbledore. Anyway, when I got better, I went upstairs and put on a black leather mini dress that was all ripped on the ends with lace on it. There was some corset stuff on the front, then I put on black fishnets and black high-heeled boots with pictures of Billy Joe Armstrong on them. I put my hair out. Oh my god. I'm sorry, I'm not reading correctly right now. I put my hair out. I put my hair all out around me so I looked like Samara from The Ring. If you don't know who she is, you're a prep, so fuck off. And I put on blood red lipstick, black eyeliner, and black lip gloss. You look kawaii, girl. Bloody Mary said sadly. Fangs. Get it? End parenthesis. You do too, I said sadly too. But I was still upset. I slit both of my wrists, feeling totally depressed, and I sucked all the blood. I cried again in my bathroom and put the shades on so Snap and Lupin couldn't spy on me this time. I went to some classes. Vampire was in the hair of magic creatures. He looked all depressed because Draco had disappeared and he had used to be in love with Draco. He was sucking some blood from a Hufflepuff. Out of context, that sounds hilarious. Hi, he said in a depressed... Wait, that's Draco's voice. I'm getting my voices mixed up. Oh no. This story really does give me brain rot. It's like the Scarlet Rot from Elden Ring, but worse somehow. Okay. I will get through this. Hi, he said in a depressed way. Hi back, I said in a QWally said way. We both looked at each other for some time. Harry had beautiful red gothic eyes so much like Draco's. Then... We jumped on each other and started screwing each other. Oh dear god. Stop it now, you horny simpletons! Shouted Professor McGoggle, who was watching us. And so was everyone else. Umpire, you fucker! I said, slapping him. Stop trying to screw me, I knew you loved Draco! I shouted, and then I ran away angrily. Just then, he started to scream, MFG, no, my scar hurts! And then his eyes rolled up. You could only see his red whites. No! I ran up closer. I thought you didn't have a scar anymore, I shouted. I do, but Diabolo changed it into a pentagram for me and I was covered up with foundation, he said back. Anyway, my scar hurt and I had a vision of what was happening to Draco. Line of dots. Voldemort has him bondage. Wait, did I already read that? I did, didn't I? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I did already read that. What the heck? Oh no. Oh dear. I don't know why I missed that the first time I read this. But it's literally a copy and paste. Hang on. Okay, yeah. You can only see his red whites. How did you know? I saw it and then a scar turned back into a lightning bolt. No, I ran up. I thought he didn't have a scar anymore, I shouted. I do, but then Voldemort have him bondage. And then you go all the way to the bottom. And it's... Yeah. It's straight up a copy-paste. Okay. Alright. Sorry, I had to go on that little tangent there and yap for a little bit because I didn't think that there was actually gonna be a... I didn't actually think there was gonna be a friggin... Oh man. Copy-paste. Hello, copy-paste, my old friend. I come to talk to you again. Alright, anyway. Line of X's, 666 line of X's. Special Fangs, 2 Raven, my Gothic's blood sister, WTF, supposed to writ dis. Exclamation point 1111. Hey Raven, do you know where my sweater? Now we're gonna get into an era of the fanfic that I affectionately like to call the sweater drama. Which cracks me up every time I go back to read this. Alright. My Immortal, chapter 13. Now I'm actually... Okay, hang on, I gotta hype myself up. There's no humor here. Only terrible fanfiction. Alright. Alright, I'm good. My Immortal, chapter 13. A.N. Ravenfangs for gelping me again. I'm sorry, I took your poster of Gerard, but that guy is such a fucking sex bomb. Perhaps stop flammiging. Line of X's, 666 line of X's. Vampire and I ran up the stairs looking for Dumbledore. We were so scared. Dumbledore! Dumbledore! We both yelled. Dumbledore came there. What is it that you want now, you despicable snobs? He asked angrily. Voldemort has Draco, we shouted at the same time. He laughed in an evil voice. No, don't, we need to save Draco, we begged. No, he said meanly. I don't give a darn what Voldemort does to Draco. Not after how much he misbehaved in school, especially with you, Ebony, he said while he frowned looking at me. Besides, I never liked him that much anyway. Then he walked away. Vampire started crying. My Draco, he moaned. A.N. Don't you thick gay guys are like so hot. It's okay, I tried to tell him, but that didn't stop him. He started to cry tears of blood. Then he had a brainstorm. I have an idea, he exclaimed. What? I asked him. You'll see, he said. You'll see, he said. He took out his wand and did a spell. Then, line of dots, suddenly we were in Voldemort's lair. We ran in with our wands just to... Oh god. We ran in with our wands out just as we heard a croon voice say, Allah Kedavra. It was, line of dots, Voldemort. Okay. Sorry. That caught me off guard. This whole story catches me off guard. I don't know why I'm surprised. My god. That was a really short chapter, too. What the frick? I like how I say frick, but I've been saying fuck for, like, every part of the story. Personal cussing and cussing in a story are different things. Anyway. My Immortal, Chapter 14. A.N. Fuck off, Preps, okay? Raven, thanks for helping again. I'm sorry I couldn't update, but I was depressed. And I had to go to the hospital because I slit my wrists. P.S. I'm not updating until you give me 10 God revows. Line of X's, 666, line of X's. Warning, some of this chapter is extremely gray. Voyeur, this excretion... Voyeur excretion advised. Excuse me. Voyeur excretion advised. We ran to where Voldemort was. It turns out that Voldemort wasn't there. Instead, the fat guy who killed Cedric was. Draco was there crying tears of blood. Snaketail was torturing him. Vampire and I ran in front of Snaketail. Rid my sight, you despicable preps, he shouted as we started shooting him with the gun. Wait, oh, fuck me. He shouted as we started shooting him with the gun. He looked at me and he fell down with a lovey-dovey look in his eyes. Emily, I love you, will you have sex with me? He said. He is 16 years old, so he's not a pedophile, okay? Oh my god. Huh? I asked. Annabelle, I love you, will you have sex with me? I asked Snaketail. I started laughing crudely. What the fuck? You torture my BF and then you expect me to fuck you? God, you are so fucked up, you fucking bastard, I said angrily, and then I stabbed him in the heart. Blood poured out of it like a fountain. No! He screamed. He started screaming and running around. Then he fell down and died. I burst into tears sadly. That whole sequence was a fever dream in and of itself. Jesus Christ. Ugh. Okay. Snaketail, what art thou doing? Called Voldemort. Then, line of dots, he started coming. I'm sorry, I'm juvenile. That whole sequence just fucking kills me. What the hell? I know that wasn't the intention, but given the previous conversation and sequence of events, it just worked. Christ alive. Excuse me. Okay, I need to hype myself up again. There's no humor here. Only terrible fanfiction. Alright, I'm good now, I think. No, I'm not. I'm not okay. Alright. I'm just gonna start that whole section over again. No! He screamed. He started screaming and running around, then he fell down and died. I burst into tears sadly. Snaketail, what art thou doing? Called Voldemort. Then, line of dots, he started coming. We could hear his high heels clacking to us, so we got on our broomsticks and we flew to Hogwarts. We went to my room, Vampire went away, there I started crying. "What's wrong, honey?" asked Draco, taking off his clothes so we could screw. He had a sex pack, parenthesis, get it, cause he's so sexy, and a really huge you-know-what and everything. "It's so unfair," I yielded. "Why can't I just be ugly or plain like all the other girls and preps here? Except for Bloody Mary, cause she's not ugly or anything." "Why would you want to be ugly? I don't like the preps anyway. They're all such fucking sluts," answered Draco. "Yeah, but everyone is in love with me, like Snape and Lupin took a video of me naked. Hagrid says he's in love with me, Vampire likes me, and now even Snaketail is in love with me. I just want to be with you, okay, Draco? Why couldn't Satan have made me less beautiful?" I shouted angrily. Parenthesis AN, don't worry. Enoby isn't a snob or anything, but a lot of people have told her she's pretty. End parenthesis. "I'm good at too many things. Why can't I just be normal? It's a fucking curse," I shouted, then I ran away. I love how there's an article that links just to this quote. And it, it goes to Mary Sue. That caught me off guard. It's literally a link that goes to the definition of Mary Sue. That's the funniest thing in this whole chapter. I know I'm laughing a lot, but that's the funniest thing in this whole chapter, is that this straight up is a link that goes to the definition of Mary Sue. I need you to know this. It goes straight to Mary Sue as a definition on the website. Yes, this is a digression. I don't care. I needed to show that. That's hilarious. And that picture of Ebony is like peak ridiculous right there. It's old DeviantArt quality. I should go on DeviantArt and I had an idea for where I could farm content. Not really. Oh no, I wouldn't touch that place with a 10-foot pole. Okay. Moving on. My Immortal, Chapter 15. AN. Stop flaming, okay? BTW, Usuck from no on ever him. One flams me. Someone flams me. I'm gonna slit my wrists. Thanks to Raven for flippin'. Line of X's, 666 line of X's. Ebony, Ebony, Draco shouted. Shouted Draco sadly. No, please come back. But I was too mad. I made the Harry Potter voice. I don't care. Whatever, now you can go and have sex with Vampire, I shouted. I stormed into my room and closed my black door with my blood red key. It had a picture of Marilyn Manson on it. He looked so sexy in a way that reminded me of Draco and Vampire. I started to cry and weep. I took a razor and started to slit my wrists. I drank the blood, all depressed, and then I looked at my black GC watch and noticed it was time to go to biology class. Okay. I put on a short, ripped black gothic dress that said Anarchy on the front in blood red letters and was all ripped and a spiky belt. Under that, I put on ripped black fishnets and boots that said Joel all over them in blood red letters. I put my ebony black hair out. Anyway, I went downstairs feeling all sad and depressed as usual. I did some advanced biology work. I was turning a bloody pentagram into a black guitar. Suddenly, the guitar turned into Draco. Ebony, I love you, he shouted sadly. I did not care. Wait. This is still Draco. I didn't care what those fucker preps and posers think. You're the most beautiful girl in the world. Before I met you, I wanted to commit suicide all the time. Now I just wanna fucking be with you. I fucking love you. Then, line of dots, he started to sing the Chronicles of Life and Death. Parenthesis, we considered it our song, Nell, because we fell in love when Joel was singing it. End parenthesis. Right in front of the entire class. His singing voice was so amazing and gothic and sexy, like a cross between Gerard, Joel, Chester, Pierre, and Marilyn Manson. Parenthesis, AN. Don't you think DOS guys are so hot? If you do not know who they are, get the fuck out of her. End parenthesis. OMFG, I said after he was finished. Some fucking prep stared at us, but I just stuck up my middle fingers that were that were covered in black nail polish and were entwined with Draco's now at them. I love you, I said, and then we started to kiss just like Hillary Duff. Parenthesis, I fucking ate that bitch. And CMM in a Cinderella story. Then we went away holding hands. Lupin shouted at us, but he stopped because everyone was clapping by how sexy we looked together. Then I saw a poster saying that MCR would have a concert in Hogsmeade right then. We looked at each other all shocked, and then we went together. And then this is truly a Reddit story before I discovered Reddit. And then everyone clapped. God. All right. My Immortal, Chapter 16. A.N. You know what? Shut up, okay? Prove to me nut preps. Raven, ooh suck, ooh fucking bitch. Give me back my fucking sweat, to writ dis. Raven, WTF, you bitch, you're supposed to do this. BTW thanks to Brittany 5655 for teaching my Japanese. Oh, Japanese. Line of X's 666, line of X's. We ran happily to Hogsmeade. There we saw the stage where GC had played. We ran in happily. MCR were there playing Helena. I was so fucking happy. I'm sorry. My mind's wandering to other things to cope with the fact that I'm reading brain rot. I'm gonna try that again. We ran happily to Hogsmeade. There we saw the stage where GC had played. We ran in happily. Happily, actually. MCR were there playing Helena. I was so fucking happy. Gerard looked even sexier than he did in the pictures. Even Draco thought so. I could totally see him getting an erection, but it didn't matter because I knew that we were the only true ones for each other. I was wearing a black leather mini dress and a black leather platinum boots with red-tipped fishnets. Draco was wearing a black baggy MCR t-shirt and black baggy pants. Anyway, we stated moshing to Helena. We Frenched. We ran up to the front of the band to stage dive. Suddenly, Gerard pulled off his mask. So did the others. We gasped. It wasn't them at all. It was dot, comma, line of dots. Volsamorten da death dealers. What the What the fuck, Draco? I'm not going to a concert with you, I shouted angrily. Not after what happened to me last time, even if it's MCR, and you know how much I lick them. Well, 'cause we, you know, he gadgeted uncomfortably. 'Cause guys don't like to talk about You know what? Yeah, because I yielded in an angry voice. We won't do that again, Draco promised. This time we're going with an escort. Oh my god, what the fuck? Are you giving into mainstream? I asked. So I guess a prep or a Christina now, or what now? No, he muttered loudly. Are you becoming a prep or what? I shooted angrily. Enemy, I'm not. Please come with me. He fell down to his knees and started singing "The World is Black" by GC to me. I was flattened because that's not even a single. He had memorized the lyrics just for me. Okay, and I guess I will have to, I said, and then we Frenched for a while, and I went up to my room. But Bloody Mary was standing there. Hajime mashite, girl, she said happily. Parenthesis, she speaks Japanese, so do I. That means, how do you do in Japanese? End parenthesis. BTW, Willow, that fucking poser got expelled. She failed all her classes and skipped math. AN, parenthesis, AN, Raven, you fucking suck. Fuck you, in parenthesis. It serves that fucking bitch right, I laughed angrily. Well, anyway, we were feeling all depressed. We watched some gothic movies like Das Nightmare Before Xmas. Maybe Willow will die too, I said. Kawaii. Bloody Mare shook her head energetically, lethargically. Oh yeah. Oh, have a confession. After she expelled, I murdered her, and Dan Lupin did it with her, cause he's a necrophiliac. Kawaii. Okay, I guess screwing a dead body is kawaii, okay. I'm sorry, that catched me off. I'm getting brain rot from reading this. I almost said it catched me off guard. It caught me off guard. I think what happens is that this is very much a you are what you read scenario, and slowly I'm turning into Enemy. If I start growing fishnets and corset stuff on my robot frame, you guys need to do a factory reset. I left the instructions on my table. Okay. Kawaii, I commented happily. We talked to each other in silence for the rest of the movie. Oh hey, BTW, I'm going to a concert with Draco tonight in Hogsmeade with MCR, I said. I need to wear, like, the hot set outfit Eva. Bloody Mary... Oh my god. Bloody Mary nodded energetically. MFG, totally, let's go shopping. In Hot Topic, right? I asked, already getting out my special Hot Topic loyalty card. No. My head snaped up. Oh, wait, no. My head snaped. Yeah, no, it's snaped up. She turned into Snape? What? My head spween. I could not believe it. But Bloody Mary, are you a prep? No. No, she laughed. I found some cool gothic stores near Hogwarts, that's all. Who told you about them? I asked, sure it would be Draco or Diabolo or Vampire. Parenthesis, don't even say! that nam to me, parenthesis, or me? Dumbledore, she said. Let me just call her Brahms. OMG, Dumbledore? I asked quietly. Yes, I saw the map for Hogsmeade on his desk, she told me. Come on, let's go. We were going in a few punk goth stores, especially for the concerts in Hogsmeade. The salesperson was OMG hotter than Gerard, except not because that's impossible. And he gave me a few dresses. We only have those for the real goths. The real goths? Me and Bloody Mary asked. Yeah, you wouldn't believe how many posers there are in this town, man. Yesterday, Lupin and Snap tried to buy a gothic camera pouch. He shook his head. I didn't even know they had a camera. Oh, Jay, now they're gonna spy on me again. I cried, running out of the changing room, wearing a long black dress with lots of red tulle coming out and very low cut with a huge slit. Oh my Satan, you have to buy that outfit. Yeah, looks totally hot, said Bloody Mary. You know what? I'm gonna give it to you free because you look really hot in that outfit. Hey, are you gonna be at the concert? Hey, are you gonna be at the concert tonight? He asked. Yeah, I am actually. I looked back at him. Hey, BTW, my name's Ebondi Darkness Dementia Terraway. What's yours? Tom Ridd, he said, and ran a hand through his black dyed hair. Maybe I'll see you there tonight. Yeah, I don't think so, because I'm going there with my BF Draco, you sick perv, I yelled angrily. But before he could beg me to go with him, Hagrid flew in on his broom looking worried. OMFG, Bundy, you need ought get back into the castle now. What is this link to? Oh, okay. Every time there's a link, I scroll over it now because I need to know where it goes. That's just a personal game I'm playing in the middle of all of this. Because the story's brain rotting me. My Immortal, Chapter 17. A.N. I said, stop fminga dustrio. If you're a prep, then do not read it. You heard him, Reddit. Go get him. You can tell whether you're a prep or not by my quiz. It's on my homepage. If you're not, then you rock. If you are, then fuck off. The Willow isn't really a prep. Revan, please do this. I'll promise to give you back her poster. Line of X's, 666 line of X's. Tom Riddle gave us some clothes and stuff for free. He said he would help us with makeup if he wanted, cause he was really into fashion and stuff. He, parenthesis, he's bisexual. End parenthesis. Hagrid kept shooting at us to come back to Hogwarts. WTF, Hagrid? I shouted angrily. Fuck off, you fucking bastard. Well, anyway, Willow came. Hagrid went away angrily. I'm sorry, I just read the next line and it's funny. Okay. Hagrid went away angrily. Hey, bitch, you look quiet. Okay, I'm gonna try that again. Excuse me. Hey, bitch, you look kawaii, she said. Yeah, but not as kawaii as you, I answered sadly, because Willow's really pretty and everything. She was wearing a short black corset thingy with blood red lace on it and a black blood red miniskirt, leather fishnets, and black pointy boots that showed off how pale she was. She had a really nice body with big bobs and everything. She was thin enough to be anorexic. So you go into the concert with Draco, she asked. Yeah, I said happily. I'm going with Diabolo, she answered happily. Well, anyway, Draco and Diabolo came. They were both looking extremely hot and sexy, and you can tell they thought we were hot. 2. Diabolo was wearing a black t-shirt that said 666 on it. He was wearing tons of makeup just like Marilyn Manson. Draco was wearing black leather pants, a gothic black GC t-shirt, and black Vans he got from the Warped Tower. Okay. Bloody Mary Mart. Bloody Mart. Is that like I'm sorry, I have to go on another tangent. Is Bloody Mart supposed to be like, I just imagine that being very much a Walmart, but it's for like edgy teenagers. Okay, I'm sorry, I had to make that joke. Bloody Mart was going to the concert with Dracola. Dracola used to be called Naval, but it turned out that he was kidnapped at birth, and his real family were vampires. They died in a car crash. Naval converted to Satanism, and he went to goth. He was in Slytherin now. He was wearing a black warped t-shirt, black jeans and shoes, and black hair with the red streaks in it. We call him Dracula now. Well, anyway, we all went to Draco's Black Mercy Benz. Get it? 'Cause we're thick. End parenthesis. That his dad, Lucian, gave him. We did pot, coke, and crack. Draco and I made out. We made fun of those stupid fucking preps. We soon got there. Line of dots. I gasped. Gerard was the sexiest guy ever. He looked even sexier than he did in pics. He had long raven black hair and piercing blue eyes. He was really skinny. And he had an amazing ethnic voice. We moshed to Helena and some otter songs. I'm sorry. But the intrusive thought wins this time. My mind read otter songs. like an otter. The sea map. I'm sorry. I needed a slight distraction from the brain rot. It's like, this is very much like when you have way too much sugar and you're trying very, very hard not to, you're trying very, very hard not to, like, crash from a sugar rush. Anyway, where was I? Okay. Alright. He was really skinny and he had an amazing ethnic voice. We moshed to Helena and some otter songs. Suddenly Gerard pulled off his mask. So did the other members. I gasped. It wasn't Gerard at all. It was an ugly preppy man with no nose and red eyes. ... Everyone ran away but me and Draco. Draco and I came. Okay, it's still funny. I'm still very juvenile. Draco and I came. It was, line of dots, Vladimart and the Death Dealers. You moronic idiots, he shooted angstily. Enemy, I told you to kill vampire. Thou have failed. And now, line of dots, I shall kill thou in Draco. No, no, please, we begged sadly, but he took out his knife. Suddenly, a gothic old man flew in on his broomstick. He had long black hair and a long black bread. He was wearing a black robe that said Avril Lavigne on the back. He shouted a spell and Vladimir ran away. It was long line of dots. Dumbledore. Oh dear God. My Immortal, Chapter 18. A.N. I said, stop flamming. If Udu den a fucking prep. Thanks to Raven for the help and stuff. Rock not a prep. Thanks for my suitor. Please the order as son Dumbledore swore is cause he trin to be gothic, so darer. Line of X's, 666 line of X's. I woke up the next day in my coffin. I walked out of it and put on some black eyeliner, black eyeshadow, I'm so used to saying the word black now. I walked out of it and put on some black eyeliner, black eyeshadow, blood bed lipstick, and a black really low-cut leather dress that was all ripped up and in stripes, so you could see my belly. I was wearing a skull belly ring with black and red diamonds inside it. Parenthesis, the night before Draco and I went back to the skull. Parenthesis, get it, skull. Because I'm gothic and I like death. End parenthesis in a parenthesis. Dumbledore chased Vladimir away. We flew there on our brooms. Mine was black and the broom's stuff was blood red. There was lace all over it. Draco had a black MCR. Boom. We went back to our rooms and we had You Know What to a Linkin Park song and long parenthesis. Well, anyway, I went down to the Great Hall. There all the walls were painted black and the tables were black too. But you see that there was pink pant underneath the black pant. And there were pastors of poser bands everywhere, like Ashley Simpson and the Backstreet Boys. What the fuck? I shouted, going to sit next to Bloody Mary and Willow. But Bloody Mary was wearing a black leather mini with a Good Charlotte t-shirt, black fishnets, and black pointy boots. Willow was wearing a long gothic black dress with blood red writing that was all lacy and came up to your thighs, and black boots and fishnets. Vampire Dracula and Draco came. We started to talk about who was sexier, Mikey or Gerard Way or Billy Joe Armstrong. The boys joined in because they were bi. Because of course they did. I don't even know what voice to do for Neville. The hell? Alright, whatever, I'm gonna go for it. Those guys are so fucking hot, Naval was saying as suddenly a gothic old man with a black beard and everything came. He was the same one who had chased away Vladimir yesterday. He had a normal tan skin. But he was wearing white foundation and he had dyed his hair black. Clearly he's a Dark Souls character. Line of dots. Dumbledore! 1 exclamation point. We all gasped. What the fuck? I shouted angrily. I thought he was just wearing that to scare Voldemort. Hello, everyone, he said happily. As you can see, I gave the room a makeover. What do you think about it? Everyone from the poser table in Gryffindor started to cheer. Well, we goths just looked at each other all disgusted. What's disgusted supposed to mean? And shook our heads. We couldn't believe what a poser he was, one. BTW, you can call me Albert, he called as we left to our classes. What a fucking poser, Draco shouted angrily as we transformation. Okay. We were holding hands. Vampire looked really jealous. I could see him crying blood in a gothic way. Parenthesis, get it.
way, like Gerard, and parenthesis. Sorry, my housemate's on the phone in the back. But I didn't say anything. I bet he's having a midlife crisis, Willow shouted. I was so fucking angry. I love how that's the one coherent sentence in that whole chapter. I was so fucking angry. Yeah, sorry if in the background you hear talking. My housemate's on the phone. My Immortal, Chapter 19. I'm not okay, I promise. AN. Please stop flaming the story if you do are a fucking prep and are jealous, okay? 1-1. From knock an umgang to delt men revows. 1-1. BTW ever need a poor blood soder. 1. Thanks to Raven for da help. 1-1. Line of X's, 666 line of X's. Yes, I really will read all of the line of X's, 666 line of X's. Because it's hilarious. All day, we sat angrily thinking about Dumbledore. We were so fucking pissed off. Well, I had one thing to look forward to. The MCR concert. It had been postponed so we could all go. Anyway, I went to the common room, sadly, to cut classes. Draco was being all secretive. I asked what it was, and he got all mad at me and started crying all hot and angsty. Parenthesis, aren't sensitive bi guy so hot. End parenthesis. No one fucking understands me, he shouted angrily as his black hair went in his big blue eyes like Billy Joel in Boulevard of Broken Dreams. He was wearing baggy... Good lord. He was wearing black baggy pants, a black MCR t-shirt, and a black dye. Parenthesis, get it? Instead of tie, cause I'm gothic, end parenthesis. Side digression for this. But she really is just the person who's like nudging you with her elbow and being like, you get it? You get it? I'm gothic. You get it? Okay, where was I? Sorry, I had to get that out of my system. I was wearing a black leather low-cut top with chains all over it, a black leather mini, black high-heeled boots, and a cross-belly thing. My hair was all up in a messy, really high bun like Amy Lee and gong under. Parenthesis, email me if you want to see the pic. End parenthesis. Accuse me? What about me? I growled. But, he grunted. You fucking bastard, I moaned. No, wait, it's not what it fucking looks like, he shouted. But it was too late. I know what I heard. I ran to the bathroom angrily. Cring. Draco banged on the door, but I whipped and wept as my bloody eyeliner streamed down my cheeks and made cool tears down my faces. Down my feces. My brain instinctively wanted to say faces because that made sense. I apologize for misrepresenting the story. Bloody eyeliner streamed down my cheeks and made cool tears down my feces. Like Benji in the video for girls and boys, parenthesis, Raven, that is so our video, end parenthesis. I took out a cigarette and started to smoke pot. Suddenly Hagrid came. He had apparated. You gave me a fucking shock, I shouted angrily, dropping my pot. WTF you think you're doing in the girls' room? Only it wasn't just Hargret, someone else was with him too. For a second, I wanted it to be Tom Ridd or maybe Draco, but it was Dumbledore. Hey, I need to ask you a question, he said, pulling out his black wannabe gothic purse. What are you wearing to the concert? You know who MCR are? I gasped. No. I just saw there was a concert that a lot of goths and punks were going to, he said. Anyway, Draco has a surprise for you. Oof. I keep looking over at my... Yeah, my tech keeps breaking. Even though I'm getting a lot of kilobyte upstream and downstream, it keeps breaking for some reason. So if I keep cutting out today, I'm sorry. It keeps dropping. It doesn't say there's any dropped frames, though. God, this is weird. I'm gonna have to look at that later before tomorrow. Anyway, we got 2 chapters to go. My Immortal, Chapter 20. A.N. I said I did not occur what you think. Stuff. Flammen. Okay, preps 1. Thanks to Raven for the help 1. Oh yeah, BTW. I'll be on vacation in Transylvania for the next 3 days, so do not expect updates. Line of X's, 666 line of X's. You thought I would forget about this one, didn't you? That this one would go unnoticed? I don't think so. All line of X's, 666 line of X's, will be known. All day I wondered what the surprise was. Meanwhile, I pot on a black leather mini, a black corset with purple lace all over it, and black gothic compact boots. Okay. MCR were gong to do the concert again, since Volksamort had taken over the last one. I slit my wrists while I moshed to MCR in my bedroom all night, feeling excited. Suddenly, someone knocked on the door while I was trying on some black clothes and moshing to Thank You for the Venom. I got all mad and turned it of, but scared sacredly, I hopped inside that it was Draco so we could do it again. What the hell are we? What the hell? No, wait, I'm sorry. Ugh. Doing Ebony's voice hurts my throat. What the fucking hell are you doing? She turned Jamaican. Jamaican me crazy. I shouted angrily. It was Lupin. Are you gonna come rape me or what? I yelled. I was allowed to say that because Dumbledore had told us all to be careful around Ham and Snap since he was a pedo. No, actually. Get it? Hell. Okay. No, actually. Get it? Hell. In parenthesis. Can I please borrow some condoms? He growled angrily. Yeah, so you can fuck your 6-year-old girlfriend, huh? I shouted sarcastically. Fucker, he said, gong away. Well, anyway, I put on some black eyeshadow, black eyeliner, and some black lipstick, and some white foundation. Then I gasped, really long line of dots. Snake and Lupin were in the middle of the empty hall doing it, and Dobby was watching one. Oh my god, you ludicrous idiot, they both shouted angrily when they saw me. Dobby ran away crying. They got up, though. Normally I would have been turned on. Parenthesis, I love seeing guys do it. End parenthesis. But both of them were fucking preps. Parenthesis, BTW Snake is moved to Gryffindor now. I'm getting incoherent. Parenthesis, BTW Snake is moved to Gryffindor now. End parenthesis. WTF, is that why you wanted condoms? I asked sadistically. Parenthesis, see, I spelled that. End parenthesis. The one thing she's proud of is she spelled condom. Okay. Fair enough. Only you wouldn't give them to me, Lumpkin shouted angrily. Well, you should have told me, I replayed. You damn wit. Snake began to shoot angrily. And then, line of dots, I took out my black camera and took a pic of them. You could see that they were naked and everything. Well, excuse me, they both shouted angrily. Sorry, I had to make that joke. I'm keeping it. Well, excuse me, they both shouted angrily. What was that all about? It was to blackmail you, I snarked. So now next time you see me doing it with my boyfriend, you can't fucking rat me out or I'll show this to Dumbledore. Oh, reading the story gives me brain rot. So now next time you see me doing it with my boyfriend, you can't fucking rat me out or I'll show this to Dumbledore. So fuck off, you bastards. I started to run. They chased me, but I threw my wound at them. And they tripped over it. Well, anyway, I went outside and there was a vampire, looking extremely fucking hot. WTF, where'd Draco? I asked him. Oh, he's being a fucking bastard. Sorry. My God. Oh, he's being a fucking bastard. He told me he wouldn't come. That time I can get away with being juvenile. It's right there in the story. Oh, he's being a fucking bastard. He told me he wouldn't come. Vampire said, shaking his head. You want to come with me to the concert? Then, ... line of dots. He showed me his flying car. I gasped. It was a black car. He said his dog father, Sirius Black, had given it to him. The license plate on the front said MCR 666 on it. The one on the back said Enobi on it. Line of dots. I gasped. We flew to the concert hall. MCR were there playing. Vampire and I began to make out and moshing to the music. I gasped, looking at the band. I almost had an orgasm. Orgasm? Okay. Gerard was so fucking hot. He began to sing Helena and his sexy, beautiful voice began to fill the hall and ... And then I heard some crying. I turned and saw Draco crying in a corner. Okay. Now I need to just get through these last two chapters. I'm actually going to try not to laugh or digress this time. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that, but I'm going to try. I really am. Let me just hype myself up real quick. There is no humor here. Only awful, edgy fanfiction. In order to read the enemy, you must become the enemy. The enemy of my ebony is my friend. And some such. Anyway. My Immortal, Chapter 21. A.N. Fuck ooh, okay. For ooh. Sorry. A.N. Fuck ooh, okay. Ooh, fucking suck. It's not my fault if it's spelled wrong, okay, cause that bitch Ravern calls it fuck you, preps. Woobs says Raven, thanks for the help. BTW Transylvania rocks hard one. I even got to go to the castle where Dracula was filmed. Line of X's, 666 line of X's. Later we all went in the skull. Draco was crying in the common room. Draco, are you okay? I asked in a gothic voice. I'm not, you fucking bitch, he shouted angrily. He started to run out of the place in a suicidal way. I started to cry, because I was afraid he would commit suicide. It's okay, Ennaby, the vampire said comfortably. I'll make him feel better. You mean you'll go fuck him, won't you? I shouted angrily. Then I ran to get Draco. The vampire came too. Vampire, please come, he began to cry. Wait, Draco, please come, he said. He began to cry. Tears of blood came down his pale face. I was so turned on because I love sensitive bi guys. Parenthesis, if you're a homophone, then fuck off. And parenthesis. And then, very long line of dots, we heard some footsteps. Vampire got out his black invisibility cloak. We both got under it. We saw the janitor, Mr. Norris, there, shouting angrily with a flashlight in his hand. Who's there? He shouted angrily. We saw Filth come. He went under the invisibility cloak and started to meow loudly. Is anyone there? Yelled Mr. Norris. No, fuck you, preppy little poser son of a fucking bitch. Vampire said under his breast in a disgusted way. Excuse me, who said that? Yelled Mr. Norris. Then he heard Filch meow. Filth, is there anyone under the cloak? He asked. Filth nodded, then line of dots. Vampire Frenched me. He did it just as line of dots. Mr. Norris was taking off the cloak one. What the? He yelled, but it was too late because now we were ruining away from him. And then we saw Draco crying and busting into tears and slitting his wrists outside of the school. Draco, I cried, are you okay? I guess, though. Draco wept. We went back to our coffins, Frenching each other. Draco and I decided to watch Lake Placid. Parenthesis, see, isn't that the prison? End parenthesis. On the red gothic bed together. As I was about to put in the video, my eyes rolled up and I suddenly had a vision of something that was happening now. There was a knock on the door and Fug and the mystery of magic walked into the school. Okay, I was 21. Aside from a few misspeaks, that went pretty well. Okay. 22. My Immortal, Chapter 22. AN. STFU preps, stop flaming, okay? If you do not lick it, fuck off. I know it's Mr. Norris. It's Raven's fault, okay? 11. Ooh, suck. No, just kidding, Raven. You fucking rock prebs suck. 1. Line of X's, 666 line of X's. All day, everyone talked about the misery of magic. Well, anyway, I woke up the next day. I was in my coffin, so I opened the door. I was wearing black lacy leather pajamas. Then I gasped. Standing in front of me were line of dots. B semicolon Bloody Mary, Vampire, Diabolo, Draco, Dracula, and Willow. I opened my crimson eyes. Willow was wearing a tight black leather top with pictures of bloody roses all over it. Under that, she wore a black poofy skirt with lace on it and black gothic boots that were attached to the top. Vampire was wearing a baggy Simple Plan t-shirt and baggy black pants and Vans. Draco was wearing a black MCR t-shirt and black jeans and a leather jacket. He looked just like Gerard Way, and was almost as fucking sexy. Vampire looked like Joel Madden. Bloody Mary was wearing a tight black poofy gothic dress that she had ripped so it showed all of her clearage, with a white apron that said bitch. That I broke. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't know why that got me. I think it's just the accumulation of trying not to laugh through these last two chapters. Okay. We're going to try again. I sounded like Beaker there for a moment. You know, honestly, I should just read a Beaker fanfiction. That'd probably be more intellectually nice on my processing unit. Anyway, Bloody Mary was wearing a tight black poofy gothic dress that she had ripped, so it showed of all her clearage, with a white apron that said bitch and other swear words and MCR lyrics on it. Kind of like the one dress I had seen Amy Lee wear once. Darkness, who's Jenny, was there too. She was weaving a ripped gothic black dress with ripped stuff all over it and lace up top thing and pointy black boots. So were Crab and Goyle. As it turns out, that Darkness, Diabolo Crab and Goyle's dad, was a vampire. He had committed suicide by slitting his wrist with a razor. He had raped them and stuff before they all got so depressed that they became gothic and converted to Stanism. OMFG! I jumped up. Why the fuck are you all here? Alright. Enemy, something is really fucked up, Draco said. Okay, but I need to put... Damn it. Sorry. This story's really getting me now. Alright. Last chapter of the day. There is no humor here. Only terrible fanfiction. Enemy, something is really fucked up, Draco said. Okay, but I need to put on my fucking clothes on first, I shouted angrily. It's alright. We have to go now, and you look kawaii anyway. You're so fucking beautiful, Draco said in a sexy voice. Oh, alright, I said, smiling. But you have to tell me why you're all being all erective. I will, he said. So I just put on some black eyeliner, black lipstick, and red eyeshadow, and white foundation. Then I came. We went all outside the great hall and looked in from a window. A fucking prep called Brittany from Gryffindor was standing next to us. She was wearing a pink mini and a Hilary Duff t-shirt, so we put up our middle fingers at her. Inside the great hall, we could see Dumbledore. Cornelia Fudged was there shouting at Dumbledore. Doris Rumbridge was there too. This cannot be, she shouted angrily. The school must be closed. The Bark Lord is planning to kill the students, yelled Cornelia Fudge. You are not fit to be the principal any longer, yelled Rumbridge. You are too old and your Alzheimer's is dangerous. You must retry or Voldemort will kill your students. Very well, Dumbledore said angrily. But we cannot do this. We cannot close the school. There is only one person... We can't close the school. There is only one person who is capable of killing Voldemort, and she is in the school. And her name is... line of dots that's really long, and I will not read them all. Enemy Darkness, Dementia Ravenway. Draco, Crabgoyle, Darkness, Willow, Vampire, and Bloody Mary looked at each other. A line of dots. I gasped. My goodness. That story gives me brain rot. Oh my, it hurts. Oh, it hurts. But it's also very funny. That's why I chose to do this. All right. Oh God, I need to stretch a little. I keep forgetting that every time I read that story, it catches me off guard with how dumb some of the parts are. But it's okay. It's literary junk food, and I think it's fun. And I think it's fun to read. I share these because they're funny, even if it does make me stupider every time I read it. Anyway, I think that should do it for me today. But you know what? It was worth it to go on this adventure, this gothic adventure with all of you. So thank you very much for watching. VOD will be up on my YouTube later in case you want to relive the suffering with me. And yeah. Get out of here.